Last time on Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio was visited by Rosa, who told him that the ship from Cyprus has returned to Venice. He also heard news of the Spaniard being around, and now is our chance to strike. And strike we do. The Spaniard goes down and runs off, but he leaves the Apple of Eden behind for us to take possession of. Not realizing it, or kept in the dark, or what have you, we find out that all the people that we've been meeting through the years are fellow assassins, and even more, a Mr. Machiavelli, whom we don't exactly know just yet, but I'm sure that time will come soon enough. So stay tuned for this episode where we discover more about the apple, about Mr. Machiavelli, amongst other things.
Are you okay? Do you want to stop?
No, I need to go back, right now.
Oh dear.
Sean?
Of course. How could I have forgotten?
You want to share with the rest of us?
Rodrigo Borgia is elected Pope in 1492, which means Ezio's greatest enemy is now also the most powerful man in Italy.
Always wanted to visit the Vatican.
Well, your luck's in, Desmond. Happy days. Because that's exactly where you're going.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
What is it, Leonardo? What does it do?
I could no more explain this than explain to you why the Earth goes around the Sun.
You mean the sun around the Earth?
It's fabricated with materials that shouldn't exist. And yet, this is clearly a very ancient artifact.
The Codex refers to it as a piece of Eden.
The Spaniard. He called it the apple.
Like Eve's apple, of forbidden knowledge. Are you then suggesting that this thing... This must never fall into the wrong hands. It would drive weaker minds insane.
No doubt the Spaniard will be relentless in his desire to gain it back.
Ezio, you must protect this with all the skills we have taught you.
Take it to Forli. The citadel is walled, protected by cannons, and our ally controls it.
Who is this ally?
Her name is Caterina Sforza.
You don't say. I think I may enjoy this mission. Thank you for everything, my oldest friend.
Leonardo, Ezio tells me you travel off into Milano. I have a grand villa in Toscana. You must come visit me there.
I did notice that Leonardo was the only one who was just looking around at everything. Everybody else seemed to be in some sort of pain. Romagna, 1488. So, yeah, lesser minds would be the correct way to say it. Let's go see Katrina.
Well, well. Look who it is.
Madonna.
I thought when we met you were a bit special, but An assassin.
A warm welcome. Accompany Katrina and Machiavelli to Forli.
Walk with me, Caro. You're going to love Forli.
Niccolo Machiavelli. Date of birth 1469. Profession philosopher, writer, politician. Unarmed prophets have always been destroyed, whereas armed prophets have succeeded. These cynical words were written by Niccolo Machiavelli, one of the greatest minds of the Renaissance. Considered a pioneer of realist philosophy, he believed that all men are evil and will act upon their vicious nature if given the chance. The third son of a Florentine attorney, Machiavelli was tutored by his father in grammar, rhetoric, and Latin. In 1494, he entered government service as a clerk and an ambassador. Made a member of the Florentine Diplomatic Council, he was sent to the courts of France, Spain, and Rome between 1499 and 1512. From 1503 and 1506, Machiavelli was put in charge of the Florentine militia and the city's defense. He recruited citizens for his militia, preferring men who had a stake in Florence's continued success, dispassionate mercenaries. His strategy seemed to work in 1509 when Florence defeated Pisa. Machiavelli continued to participate in Florentine government after the Medici family was chased out, but when the Medici returned, they arrested and tortured him. He was accused of conspiring against them. Unable to find any wrongdoing, the Medici exiled Machiavelli. He retired to his estate in Santa Andrea, where he wrote his famous works, The Prince, The Discourse on Livy, and the Florentine Histories. Machiavelli died in 1527. His place of burial remains unknown.
Cannons in our Cittadella alone go back 100 years. The artifact will be quite safe there.
Forgive me, but I've never heard of a woman ruling her own city before. It's very impressive.
Well, it was my husband's before, of course. He died.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Don't be. I had him killed.
Oh.
We discovered Girolamo Riario was working for the Templars, making a map of the locations of the remaining Codex pages.
I never liked that goddamn son of a bitch anyway. He was a lousy father. Boring in bed. And a pain in my ass.
Look!
Oh no. Aspetta! What's happening?
They came as soon as you left the city walls, Signora. The city is under attack.
What? By who?
The Orsi brothers, Signora.
Oh, sangue di Giuda.
Who are the Orsi?
The same canaglia I hired to kill my husband.
It's the Spaniard, of course. The Orsi have no worldview bigger than their purse.
But how could he know where we were taking the apple before we even knew?
Because they're not here for the apple, Ezio. They're after Riario's map.
Basta with your map, Niccolo. My children are inside. Oh, porco demonio.
What a way to go, huh? Just some guy running at you and then suddenly, boom, right on top of you and knifes you. There's a lot of guys. Then we have... oh, yeah, there's guards. I mean, the death toll here is outrageous. People dying by the plague, and then boom, this. More people died from Ezio's blade than the plague.
They're already inside! Double-crossing bastards!
Is there another way into this place?
Aspetta. Perhaps yes. There's an old tunnel under the western wall from the canal.
Bene. I'll be right back.
Hey, you! Yeah, I'm talking to you. You spineless dogs. You occupy my city, my home. You think I'm going to stand here and do nothing about it? How about I come up there and rip your ballet off? What kind of men are you? Doing the bidding of your masters for loose change. You're not afraid of me. You will be when I come up there and cut your heads off, piece down your necks, and shove your faces up my pica! I'll stick your ballet with a fork and roast them over my kitchen fire. How's that sound? You laugh. You wouldn't if I was a man. You think I wouldn't do it just because of these? Le tette, le mie tette. I bet you want to see them, don't you? You wish you could touch them. You wish you could lick them, don't you? Well, come on down here and give it a try, like a real man. And I'll kick your balls so hard they fly out your nostrils! Lurido branco di cani bastardi! Tornatevene a casa se non volete finire impallati sulla mura della mia cittadella! Ah! Ma forse è per questo che non vi decidete a uscire! Già, scommetto che lo gradireste assai un bel palo di quercia su per il culo! Sangue di Dio! Ma dove vi hanno pescato? In un convento di monache? Non ho mai visto in vita mia una cozzaglia di codardi peggio assortita di voi. Che vista penosa! Dopo che vi avrò fatto castrare, non sarete meno uomini di quanto siete ora!
Wow, what a colorful speech. Alright, let's take care of these guards and get on in here.
Ezio! You did it! Seguimi!
Bodyguard, get to safety inside Rocca di Ravaldino, Catrina's citadel, while protecting Catrina and Machiavelli.
Now! Move! Get away!
There's a ton of fighting in there. Let's speed her up. Figured I'd just dye my hair, my clothes real quick. Just to fit in with the style, you know. I can't be seen as like some prude or something.
What happened? Anyone see the killer?
Aprite la porta, presto!
It's an ambush!
Yes?
Ezio, Nicolo, in here! Bambini! But where are Bianca and Ottaviano?
Forgive me, Signora. They were playing outside when the attack began. I don't know where they are.
Reinforcements from the mountains! They are breaching the citadel!
Ezio, don't let those bastardi get in here!
With me!
Holding the fort. Defend the citadel from all invaders. Do we get to use cannons? He said that it had cannons. Well, I don't think we get to shoot cannons. Alright. Using some of them smoke bombs.
Caterina! Caterina Sforza! I know you're in there! I have something you may want back! Are you missing any children? And Ezio Auditore! What a pleasant surprise!
I take it you would be the Orsi brothers.
Ludovico and Gecko, at your service.
Basta! Where are my children? Let them go!
Of course, Signora. We'll happily give them back for something of yours. A certain map.
And a certain apple, brother.
See, a certain apple indeed. Or shall I slice your baby's necks ear to ear?
Bastardi! You think you can threaten me? I'll give you nothing! You want my children? Take them! I have the instrument to make more!
When you change your mind, they'll be in the village outside the city. You have 1 hour.
Caterina, no. I can't ask you to sacrifice your children.
Nobody's sacrificing anything. Go get them back for me, Ezio.
See, you have my word. The apple needs to remain in the citadel. Keep this safe.
Gecko and Ludovico Orsi. Bored with their leisurely life in the countryside, the Orsi brothers decided to spice things up a little. They started a money-lending business that was extremely successful, mostly because they killed anyone who didn't pay them back. Then, Caterina Sforza hired them to murder her Templar husband, Girolamo Riario, which they did in true Cavalier fashion. They rode up to his palace, waltzed into the dining room, stabbed him in the chest, ransacked the estate, and left his naked body in the center of town. According to Abstergo's files, Rodrigo Borgia, after escaping from Venice, offered to pay them for the recapture of the Peace of Eden. And, of course, Caterina's head. It was the Orsi brothers' idea to kidnap her children. I ask you, what has this world come to when the rich go so bad?
The Orsi brothers, Checo Orsi, date of birth 1458, profession noble and professional thief. Ludovico, date of birth 1455, profession noble and professional thief. Alright, so we're off to rescue the children. We have 9 minutes to do it in. But we're going to end up kind of skipping around so that we just see that part. Alright, so making it inside the area, we can turn on equalization. It looks like our target is over there underneath that canopy. So let's take care of this.
It won't be enough. My mama is fierce. We Sforza women are no wilting flowers. They may look pretty to the eye, but the eyes deceive. Just ask Babo.
Well, that situation changed.
Imagine I'm scared.
Lots of bad guys.
You're very mistaken. My mama would never let you hurt you. And if you touch one hair on my little brother's head, she will hunt you down and eat you for breakfast. Capito? This is absurd, you know. You'll never survive this. I'll be home in an hour. So you're basically just wasting your time and mine. I'm getting bored. Don't you have anything to do while I wait for you to die? Grazie, grazie, messere. But my brother, they're holding Ottaviano at the lighthouse.
That little girl had a mouth. I guess it's fine for those guys. And she was polite to Ezio, so we'll forgive it. Alright, let's head over to the lighthouse. I almost said White House.
Our boy walk again, Caterina? Give us what we want, or I'll throw him off the edge. Where? Raju, get him dead!
I don't want to be here anymore!
What's it now, Marmocchio? Let's go, Caterina. Show yourself. The apple on the map, or your teeth a cripple.
I have to pee! Please, I need to go to the bathroom! Just let me go pee!
Oh, per Dio! Chiudi il becco! Oh, hurry, get him!
I can't jump on that post to save my life. There we go. Finally.
Stop acting like a baby! Where are your balls?
I'm hungry. Can I have something to eat? Yes, Messere, I'm hungry.
Basta, basta! You're giving me a headache! This is your last chance, Caterina! The apple now, or I break the boy's legs! Which way did he go? Stop! Raju! There! There! Oh, your bread! Merda!
Eccolo! He's right there. Shit! He's getting away!
I almost killed those two guys and then committed suicide.
You want to see your boy walk again, Caterina? Give us what... Caterina was a fool to send you.
Or are you the fool, dying for a handful of change? Was it worth it?
More than you know. The maestro gains his prize because of me.
Muori col tuo orgoglio, per quanto vale. Requiescat in pace.
Ottaviano Rario. Date of birth 1479. Profession count and noble. Ottaviano entered the service of the Florentine Republic as a condottiero when he was 19, at the request of his mother, Caterina Sforza, who wanted to cement amiable relations with Florence. He commanded 100 men from Forli, but terminated his contract after only a year because Florence didn't have the money to pay him, despite accounts which describe Ottaviano as obese, brainless, and under his mother's thumb. Pope Alexander VI, Rodrigo Borgia, offered his daughter Lucrezia to Ottaviano. Why? Because Rodrigo decided that those were traits he could tolerate in a son-in-law, as long as that son-in-law was the key to controlling the territories of Forli and Imola. Plus, his praying mantis of a daughter, Lucrezia, rarely stayed married to one man for long. Her husband tended to sign declarations of impotence or just simply disappeared. Wisely, Katrina denied the marriage, enraging the Pope and leading to his son Caesar's assault on Forli. When Caterina was ousted by Caesar and entered her exile in Florence under her guidance, Ottaviano attempted to convince the new Pope, Julius II, to give him back the lordship of Imola and Forli, but instead he ended up selling the Raiaro claim to Julius for an IOU, no less.
Grazie, signore.
What are you doing out here?
I'm so sorry, Ezio. I'm so sorry.
What happened?
It was a trick to lower our defenses.
As soon as you left, they attacked again. Checco Orsi, he has the apple.
What? No! Where is he?
We chased him out here, but the bastards escaped into the mountains.
I'm going.
Checkmate. Find and eliminate Checco Orsi to retrieve the apple.
Noble prices for noble wares. Armor fit for an emperor.
Getting to the gates. We're being chased already, and also the gates are well guarded. Running by them. Just outside is well guarded. It seems there's men everywhere. And there goes Checco Orsi. Hopefully he doesn't take that horse. Alright, buddy. Here we come.
I would like
okay, isn't that going to take that one? Maybe we should have. Great. Okay, he's getting away from us pretty good here. Let's get on another steed. Maybe we can chase him down. Out of the way. Might, kill him. Oh, they shot him, I guess. That's cool. Jeez, that was tough.
So, you have your prize again.
Was it worth it? So much bloodshed.
A prize of such value. It will not remain yours for long.
We shall see. Che miserie nascono dall'avidità. Requiescat in pace. Don't. Who are you? Stop. Don't open it.
The guy's all like, my precious.
Ezio, thank God you're back with us. Are you all right? What happened to you?
I don't know.
One of my guards had the luck to find you in the hills, next to Kek Orsi's dead body.
See, that I remember. Wait, there was a third man. He took the apple.
Who?
He wore a black robe, like a monk. And I think... a missing finger. See, Katerina, I have to go, right away.
Of course. Then you will need this as well.
The map Niccolo spoke of. Your husband.
Ex-husband, mio caro. He swore he'd uncovered the locations of all the Codex pages. You will recover the apple, but you will never find the vault without this. You know, there is an abbey in the wetlands near here, where I've seen monks wearing black robes. I'd start there. Now go. Find us a stramaladetto monk.
I think I'm going to miss you, Katerina.
Oh, I know you will.
You can tell that Ezio was out for a while. He had a beard. And also, I have all the codex pages, so I don't know why I need that map. Perhaps if I didn't get them all, it would have made me? I don't know. Maybe there's another one I don't know of or something. I guess we'll find out. Far from the tree, search the abbey located in the Romagna wetlands for the black-robed monk who stole the Apple of Eden.
There! On him! Bastardo!
Blessings on you, brother.
Grazie. I wonder if you can help me.
What do you seek?
A monk in black robes who lacks one of his 10 fingers.
Well, Brother Guido has only 9 toes. You sure it wasn't a toe?
Quite sure.
And then there's Brother Domenico, but it's his entire left arm he's lacking.
Again, quite sure it was a finger.
Now wait a moment. I do recall a black-robed monk with 9 fingers. Yes, of course. When we had our last San Vincenzo's feast, at the Abbey.
Yes, I know the place. I'll try there. Grazie.
Go in peace, brother.
I always do.
Brother O'Callahan, date of birth 1452, profession monk. Born beyond the Pale, outside the area of British control in Ireland, which was considered savage, hence the expression beyond the pale. Darby O'Callahan spent his teen years hunting and raiding British settlements. In his papers, he describes the time period as a dark point in my life. But to be honest, I had my fun too, end quote. When O'Callahan's Gaelic father married a Catholic, everything changed. Quote, he forced me to work the fields, no more raiding, no more girls. It was hell on earth, end quote. Says one particular entry dated 1462. To escape his father, O'Callahan decided to become a monk. Quote, I was told by my mother that monks did little work and threw large feasts for the seasonal holidays, end quote. He joined the Abilara monastery in 1462, becoming a Cistercian. Ultimately, however, O'Callahan's found the order too austere. Quote, we worked in the fields from dawn till dusk. Abbot Shaw wouldn't allow us to drink, and worst of all, the only girls were nuns. This was a deeper level of hell than I had ever imagined possible, end quote. Convincing a small group of his fellow monks to join the Dominicans, Darby left Ireland in 1463 for Italy, quote, where we can hire farmers to work for us in the fields. Then, when we give our sermons, we will see beauty of the Lord in the golden light of Italy and the soulful faces of the farmers' wives. Ultimately, O'Callahan was kicked out of the Dominican order in 1493 due to repeated attempts to convert townspeople while within a drinking house. In Darby's own account, he claims that he had great success with the conversions, although the men refused to come to church, so I had to return to the alehouse for repeat visits to preach the word of the Lord to their receptive ears. O'Callahan moved to Romagna countryside in 1494, starting a monastery dedicated to the Order of St. Patrick in an abandoned church, but he didn't have much success in securing converts. In 1500, he died of what had been described as bad blood, but was most likely syphilis. His body was buried in a small cemetery beside the church. Well, that's interesting. We don't seem to really need to know about him. Maybe he'll make a second appearance. He's probably one of the bad guys. He's probably in on it with the other monk. Once we're back in town, we can get to our spot to find our target, and there he is. Let's go and speak with him.
Excuse me, brother. I wonder if you can...
Unholy demon! Get away!
What's wrong?
You're the one who killed Brother Stefano! Brothers, the killer of monks has returned!
We remember Stefano, right?
Please, no! I don't want to die!
I only kill those who kill others. And your brother Stefano was a killer. I'm sure you are no such thing. Now, listen to me. I'm looking for a black-robed monk who's missing a finger.
Missing a finger, you say? Do you mean like Fra Savonarola?
Savonarola? Who is this? You know him?
I did. He was one of us, for a time.
And then?
We suggested he retire to a hermitage for a good long time.
I'm afraid to say his retreat has come to an end. Where would he have gone?
Oh dear. Santo Spirito? In Firenze? It's where he studied. Perhaps it's where he would return.
I thank you. Go with God, brother.
Girolamo Savonarola, A Dominican friar from Ferrera, this man took his job seriously. He saw the excesses of his age, the rich stomping the poor into the dirt, the priests selling indulgences to the populace, and he went insane. Calling himself an instrument of God, Savonarola descended on Firenze. His sermons sent people into frenzies. He demanded an end to all personal property, to all progress, a return to Eden. Knowledge became the enemy, and he could erase it all with the peace of Eden at his command. Books, paintings, musical instruments, he burned everything in the bonfire of the vanities. History unraveled as his legions took control, and Firenze descended into darkness.
Girolamo Savonarola, date of birth 1452, profession Dominican priest, leader of Florence. But unfortunately, that's it for today, and we will pick up right here where we leave off next episode.